Hello and welcome to The Ordeal. Recently I got into a conversation with someone who claimed that all of the people involved in the siege on the Capitol were far-right extremists who want to annihilate or exterminate people who aren't white. So that was an interesting conversation with somebody who doesn't know what he's talking about. But before we get into the video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications and be sure to watch my video to the very end. That helps beat the algorithm the longer you watch my video. Furthermore, I do have a Minds and a Twitter account if you want to follow me on either of those platforms. So, back to my little fun conversation I had. We saw on the 6th a siege of the Capitol building, a storm on the Capitol building, an insurrection, a coup of the Capitol, you know, all this stuff, right? People want to say it's this, that, and the third. No. That was a really, really, really weak insurrection, if it was an insurrection at all. But to the point of the person I had a conversation with here, saying that all these people were far right and they just want to, they're Trump supporters and they want to kill people who are not like them. And this person is part Jewish, and he was specifically saying that they want to kill Jews. There was people there in the crowd. I have pictures of the people in the crowd with Auschwitz on their shirt and with another 6 million on their shirt. Okay, so maybe there were some people with those T-shirts on, and if they truly believe the thing printed on their T-shirt, those people are wrong, and they're bad people, and we know who they are because, hey, they identified themselves. Okay, we all know that that's wrong. Even the people who are wearing those shirts know it's wrong to exterminate the Jews. I'm betting that they have a reason for believing what they believe, though. I'm going to go out on a limb and just say that, hey, you know, they think that the world would be better off without Jewish people. They have their reasons for believing that. Not saying that they're right. I don't agree with them, but whatever reason, they believe that. And the key is to convince them that they're wrong. So the people I know who voted for Trump voted for him because they thought he was the better of the two options. They looked at who they had to vote for, Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump, and said, well, Donald Trump's the better option. I'm going to vote for him. That's it. That's the reasoning behind it. It wasn't because they want to hurt anyone or they think that Trump is the great white savior or any of that stuff. They just thought that he was the better option out of the two. So I argued with this person I was talking to, got him down to the point where he would admit, well, okay, at least the people who stormed to the front of the Capitol, those people were all far-right Trump supporters. Because I kept telling him, look, not everybody who stormed the Capitol is a far-right Trump supporter. Some of them are just agitators. Some of them are just there wanting to be a part of this. Some of them are just there going, hey, look, I'm part of this protest, or hey, look, I'm hanging out here, and hey, look, I'm... See, the pictures of them all over the Capitol building, and you're telling me these people are all just there to just they want to overthrow the government. That's what they're there for. No, they're not. And we'll get into that in a minute here, but first, to prove my point, I want to show you this. Look. So I get up and look, here's this John Sullivan, a Utah man who filmed Trump supporters Capitol shooting arrested. This is John Sullivan. He's just a agitator. That's all he does is he goes to these things, these different protests, and he agitates. Utah activists who filmed the fatal shooting of a California Trump supporter during the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol last week was arrested Thursday, according to authorities. John Sullivan, 26, a self-described journalist and liberal, not far-right, not right-wing, liberal activist. He's a liberal, and he was involved in the siege on the Capitol. These people, you listen to this stuff on the mainstream media that's telling you lies. It's telling you lies. It's telling you, oh, look, it was all far-right Trump supporters. They just wanted to kill people. That's all they wanted. They just want to kill. They just want to genocide whole groups of people. No, they don't. Most of these people, most of these regular old Trump supporters are just like, hey, shenanigans are happening, and I want to stand up for what's right. So let's take a look here at his affidavit. This is the affidavit, as you can see, for John Earl Sullivan. And if we come down here to, we have the background here. The background, this is describing the events of the day. We have on January 6th, 2021, the exterior plaza of the U.S. Capitol was closed to members of the public. So normally, the Capitol building is open to the public. At least part of it is. It was just closed on this day because of the proceedings and probably because of the protests as well. And that was not going to stand. That was not going to fly according to these protesters. And they turned into rioters. And then they broke into the Capitol. They forced their way into the Capitol. So here, let's look at some of these images from the Capitol. Oh, look, this person right here. He doesn't look white to me. This person might not be white. I think he probably is, though. But where's all the anger? Where's all this anger that we have? There's another image. 2020. It's right there. This is happening now. Where's the anger? Where's the outrage? People look like they're celebrating. Look, we got into the Capitol. Yay. They hadn't done anything. The other guy standing around. Hey, look, I'm here. Standing here. Doesn't look like he's filled with ire and vitriol. It looks like he's just, hey, protesting that the South lost. It's the South to rise again, apparently. He's 150 years too late. What can you do? Here's Mr. Shaman here. Why isn't he like carrying around a gun instead of a bullhorn if he wants to overthrow the government? Look, these people, look how angry they look. They're just kind of standing here going, yeah, we're here. We're angry. We're overthrowing the government. Violently overthrowing. See all of our guns? See all the guns we have? We're overthrowing the government. These people look, this guy's like smiling. He's kind of like, look, this guy over here is just like amazed. Wow, look, we did it. We're in. You know, these people are not trying to overthrow the government. It's not an insurrection. This guy here, the guy who took a stand, the one protester who actually took a stand. Look, he's so angry. He's so upset at the system. He's just in there like, see, trying to point out that he can show up the system. Look, we got inside. We disrupted things. We're here. We're part of this historic event. Here's some more people. Look, yeah, they look. This guy looks like he's about to fall asleep. This person's texting. Yeah, they're gonna overthrow the government. Mm-hmm. We have this guy here. This guy here looked like he was serious about it. But what I wanted to point out was the lady next to him. This lady looks like she's a huge threat to anybody. What she's doing wandering around here, I don't know. But she doesn't look like she's a threat to anyone. Look like she's more of a threat to herself than she is to anyone else. That's for sure. There's some more people. These people look a little bit more serious, but hey, I think this is outside the Capitol, actually. Let's get, here's inside again. Yeah, there's so many of them out there that are just carrying guns and looking to cause trouble. They don't look angry at all. None of these people look angry. Oh, there's Grandma. Look at that. There's Granny. She's just, oh, she's so threatening, isn't she? She's going to just kill everybody in the Capitol, overthrow the government, isn't she? Isn't she with her little American flag and her plastic cup with a straw? Yeah, that's what she's going to do. This guy right here, these guys look a little bit more serious, but all they're doing is waving their Trump as president flag. That's all they're doing. I mean, yeah, they're in there where they're not supposed to be, but they're not. They don't look like they're there to hurt anybody. These people are looking very angry, aren't they? Look at this smile on this guy's face. He's definitely one of the people who's going to destroy the world. You got these people here, their Trump flags, and look at this guy. He's relaxed. He's like, yeah, I'm just chilling here. I'm just like, you know, taking over the Capitol. Check it out. I'm gonna hang every Congress member. I'm gonna do it. That's what I came here for. These people are just chilling out, and these are boys being boys. Now, it did go a little bit too far. Don't get me wrong. It did go too far with the killings. That was too much. And then we're back to the beginning. There were some others, I think. There was another picture I had in here somewhere of Granny. Not Granny, but the woman that was this woman here. Another picture of her somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so it's this image here where this guy looks kind of serious. But he's not real serious, but here she is back here. Here's that lady back here. There she is. There she is. I don't know why the color got dark on this. But it's dark. She's just kind of wandering along there. She's not with anyone. She's not with this guy. This guy, I don't see him around anywhere back in here. when I found this image on the internet, I was looking for him. Like, is she with that guy? She's not. I don't think she's with that guy. She just happens to be there. Literally, she looks like she can barely stand up. She's like, I don't know how to navigate this situation here. There's a railing in front of me, and there's some chairs. I'm not sure what to do. My point is, yeah, there were some people, there were some tragedies. Like Ashley. Ashley should never have been shot. Okay, she should have been able to come back to California, live out the rest of her life, being happy, and in a safe country. Anybody else who died in the process of that's an unfortunate tragedy. Anybody who was murdered, that should not have happened. But the violence was very minimal. This was not an insurrection. It was well known that people were going here to either disrupt or completely stop the final vote tally. That's what they were trying to do. And they did that. They disrupted it. If this were an actual insurrection, if people were actually if there was anybody in the crowd or this group that invaded that was thinking this was an actual insurrection, they were going to overthrow the government, they sure weren't organized. They're just like, oh yeah, there's some of us here want to we're going to tie up the Congress and get them to recognize that Trump is the president and not Biden. Well, you sure weren't organized. And there was enough people in this crowd that they could have easily done that. Why didn't they do that? Well, it's because they weren't organized. They didn't organize to do that. So all this hyperbole and vitriol that you see coming out of the mainstream media is talking about how, armed insurgents tried to take over the Capitol building. Not true. They could have easily taken over. They could have taken over the whole Capitol building. There's enough people that were protesting in Washington, D.C. that if they were organized, they could have just overrun the whole Capitol building. They could have torn the whole thing down. There would be no Capitol building left. They didn't do that. Why? Why do you suppose that is? It's because this was not an armed insurrection. This was not an insurrection at all. And very few people were armed. And when they were armed, it wasn't with lethal means. It was with, this guy I think has pepper spray right here. This might be a pistol on his hip. That would be, there you go, he's got a weapon. The media is blowing this way out of proportion, and people are believing it and buying it and thinking that they're going to be the victims of some sort of overthrow of the government. It's not going to happen. Not to anybody who isn't white. All of the mainstream media is supportive of this notion that white people are evil. White people are the problem. White people are causing all the trouble. White people are wrong, etc., etc. Well, no, it's not white people. It's just people. There's just people that are being buttheads. Okay? So, thank you for watching. Again, like, comment, share, and I will see you all next time.